17th in tonight's first round, and if they do keep that pick, several mock drafts have them taking Zach Edey. So, Keyshawn, scale of 1 to 10, how happy would you be if your Lakers drafted Edey?
I would be a 10. I would be happy.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, because I like him. I think he can play in the paint. He's a big old dude.
Paul's
He's tall.
laughing at you.
Because Paul, man, I'm not listening to Paul. Paul laughing at me because he doesn't think the kid, he ain't going to, slow down the offense. I'm like, okay, that's fine, but he could be a backup that we need in the big spot. He got 6 fouls to give. Man, we need a big. We need a big. Who else is left? What else we got? Name one person in the draft, Paul.
I'm just saying.
We need a. Do we not need a big dude? Do we not?
Man, y'all need more than a big guy.
That's not what I asked you.
Y'all might as well go ahead and get. Man, y'all need to go ahead and pick Bronny at the 17th spot.
Oh, see, then you just talking now.
He ain't gonna help y'all right here. He can't shoot no threes. The big man today, you need. I'm not coming down court waiting on this rookie to get in the post for me to throw it to him.
But I'm not. I may not be needing him on the offense. I just need a
He
body.
ain't showing me no pick and roll. I mean, you can find a 7-footer athlete in the G League. I mean, you go overseas and find this. I'm just saying, like.
Oh.
So, Keyshawn, I'm going to give you, I do like him. I don't love him, but I do like.
We need a big.
You don't need him.
He is 17.
Find me somebody else then.
He is 7'4", so he is really, really tall.
Tall.
Yeah.
He's really tall.
You can go get Taco Fall. y'all don't.
You want us to get one of your rejects. Man, come on, man.
Saying,
Man, be quiet, man.
Yeah.
This dude.
Man, come on, man.
We need a big dude.
He did stay all 4 years at Purdue, could have stayed a fifth, but again, he dominated college basketball for 2 years.
He's going to get a rebound. He's going to dunk on your head.
Yeah.
If he dominated, why he not mentioned it in the lottery?
I don't know,
That
man.
is it for Undisputed. We are back tomorrow at 9:30 Eastern.
Look at that.
Is now.
I don't think it gets no better. I just remember seeing when I was in college, just looking at the names that was on the cover of the Slam magazine, and I was like, this was all in one draft. These is all franchise players right here, except for the, Derek Fisher, but we all know what he was able to do for the Lakers. So for me, the depth of this team, I'm not sure you could put together a better team of draftees, better than this group right now. But at the top, you're going to have better ones, but just as far as depth of the draft, the 96 drafts is for me.
Yeah, 96 for sure. 1,000%, man.
1,000?
Man, 1,000%. From top to bottom?
Yeah.
And then if you want to get into the accolades and you want to get into all that sort of stuff from top to bottom, because if you're getting ready to try to hit me with the 84 draft, that's Michael Jordan. So don't even go there, Skip. Okay? When you start talking about the accueils, a lot of that top heavy. No, I'm saying top heavy is MJ and then Akeem, and then everybody, all them Stocktons and Chuck and them. They did what they were supposed to do and become Hall of Famers. But when you start talking about the championships and the MVPs and all that, this 96 class, crazy from top to bottom, man. I mean, when you think about it, Hall of Famers, they even across the board. I'm just going to compare 84 to 96, just because Jordan is 84. They got 4 Hall of Famers, they even. NBA All-Star, all NBA players, 96-7, 84-6, even. All-Star appearances, 1 at 11, 7, 84, even. All-Star players, then MVP players, 3 and 3, because you got to get out. Michael Jordan, you got to move him out of that. You can't. You got to disqualify him. Because, that's just the reality of it. You got 3 and 3. Total MVPs, 7, which 84 is all-time, 96, 4. But when you start getting into numbers, scoring numbers and playoff points and things like that, they pretty even across the board. Without Michael Jordan there, you got to take him out. You can't put MJ in there because it's not the number. Fair. No, it's not going to be, you're going to tilt it too much. But that 96 draft, like you mentioned, Iverson and Camby and Marbury and Ray and Twan and Kobe and Steve Nash and Peja and D-Fish, that's a lot, Skip, to overcome. Just is. Long careers, too.
Well, silly me, I'm not going to disqualify Michael Jeffrey Jordan. I'm not just going to sweep
I know him.
Just sweep him under the rug.
Yeah, let's just sweep him out of here because he's so good he doesn't even count. Is that what we're saying?
You can't do that.
He don't count.
Okay. We already spoke about Akeem Olajuwon. one of the most dominant big men in the history of this game.
He might be the most underrated, too.
Yeah, because all Akeem did was win 2 Defensive Players of the Year. 3 times he led the league in blocks. Twice he led in rebounds. He was 2-time Finals MVP. Dominated the All-Star game for all of his years. You can't argue with that resume.
No, you can't argue with him. No.
All right, and I'm not the biggest Charles Barkley fan, but he could really play. Because
Barkley
he
could play.
dominate.
Nothing wrong with
Yeah.
Chuck.
Okay, nothing wrong with Chuck. All right, that brings me to John Stockton. All he is the all-time NBA assist leader and the all-time NBA steals leader. So on both sides of the ball, he is all-time and all-time. He's #1 in assists and #1 in steals. It's hard to compete with that. And if there hadn't been this guy up in Chicago named Jordan, he and Karl Malone would have a couple of rings, if not 3 or 4 rings.
Wait a minute, Skip. You forgot that Hakeem Olajuwon is #1 all-time in blocks.
In blocks, okay, #1, yeah, but he led the league 3 times.
How many
in blocks,
times did Chicago
He's the
play
all-time
Utah?
block.
He is the
How many
all-time
times
block.
Chicago play Utah in the championship?
Twice. Back to back.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
how many rings that would account for?
okay, 2 for sure, but you could argue that through the rest of the playoffs that, you just got to deal with that guy up in Chicago.
Yeah.
All right, and we talked about Sam Perkins. He went 4th, but he was a very good player, but maybe not to the level of some of the guys you talked about down the list in '96. But do not forget about the '84 draft, including Alvin Robertson. I don't know if Keyshawn remembers Alvin
know
Robertson.
Alvin Robertson.
You do? Okay.
I do.
All he did was he was Defensive Player of the Year. He was the most improved player one year. He was 6 times All-Defense. He was 3 times Steals champ, a 4-time All-Star. So he's right up there with anybody you had down the line on your list. So if
Steve Nash was 15th.
Yeah, okay, I got it. But, okay, Steve Nash or John Stockton, I'm taking John Stockton all day and all night, every day and every night. I'm taking John Stockton. He was nasty. He was mean.
I understand he pick and roll, and maybe he popped here and there. I get it.
Yeah,
I get it.
Yeah, I got to take Stockton.
Yeah.
I get it.
Okay, so
Steve Nash, he should run the floor different to me, though.
But
But
if
Steve peaked higher than John.
okay,
peaked higher.
his game was a little different because
His
he
game
was more
was-
of an offensive
yeah.
player, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't know how he won back-to-back MVPs because I don't know how Shaq didn't win the second time. I was just like mystified by it.
Yeah.
But I'll give Steve the one great year that he won MVP, but it was that 7 seconds or less D'Antoni offense in Phoenix, and it was made for Steve to be sort of the sun in the center of the universe, where he'd just be in the middle, dribble, and create his own shot or kick it to a 3-point shooter. And they just shot it as fast as they could shoot it, and it worked to his benefit because he won the MVP. But I'll give you that. But, hey, if I take a starting 5 from 1984 against your best starting 5 from '96.
It's not, don't do that, though.
Let's hear it.
I'm going to kill you.
Okay, kill me. Let me hear it.
Okay.
Let's
Let me
hear
hear
it.
it.
You got
Okay, well-
Stockton.
Obviously,
Jordan.
Jordan, and Akeem is my big.
Okay.
And
Barkley.
and then Barkley, and then I'm throwing Alvin Robertson as my wing defender at like 6'4",
All right, so
and
we're gonna
you're
go-
going to have a hard time, man.
All right, so we're going to go Allen Iverson at the 1. No, we're going to go. Okay, so Kobe, we're going to put Kobe at the 3. We're going to go backcourt, Steve Nash, Allen Iverson. Kobe at the 3.
We small.
Man, we small.
We small. Oh,
have to
yeah.
go- you have to go-
That's not the question, though, Skip. That's not what you said.
Ultimately, I'm going to get
that's
down
not,
to
no,
that,
that's not
and
what
I'm
you
going to
said,
say,
though. That's
look
tricky.
Look at
no,
what
that's
happened.
not what you. That's not.
I got you.
All right, when you
No,
sub
'cause
out-
we
all
can't.
right, when you sub out, then what y'all going to do? Y'all going to lose the league.
We're going to go.
Ain't nobody. Marcus Camby can't do nothing with the dream. I'm sorry.
Thibodeau is going to
Well,
be
not
our
really,
coach.
that's not true.
Right? Thibodeau is going to coach us because Thibodeau will play our
Y'all
5
gonna play the whole game.
and you'll have no chance.
No,
Tom Thibodeau is the
I
coach.
forgot Marcus Camby can play D. So Marcus
All right, so
Camby can
look,
play D.
But
No,
he
we gonna
wasn't
go-
a Akeem.
Oh,
But he
Iverson-
still can play D.
Iverson, Kobe, Ray Allen to go with Jermaine O'Neal. We need some guard. We need to and
No, you gotta
and
have-
Antoine Walker.
Man, you got to put Camby. We need some length.
We're going to go offensive. We're going offensive. Jermaine O'Neal and Antoine, stretch 4. But then when we go to the bench,
Oh, our bench is sick.
our bench,
nice.
that's what
it is.
Yeah, our bench is
Because we
gonna
got Sharif,
Sharif, Steve Nash,
Steve
Pager.
Nash, Pager.
Yeah,
Mulberry.
Mulberry. Oh, yeah, we got you on the bench.
yeah.
Okay, again, these might be a little before your time, but I still got Otis Thorpe coming off the bench, and he was a man.
He
and
was
so
strong.
hey, Michael
That's all
Cage
he
was a
was. He
man.
He was a
You talking
rebounder
about
with a
guys-
Jerry
you talking
curl,
about guys
man.
that-
Come on, man.
You talking about guys that lift weights.
Yeah, rebounder with a Jerry curl. That ain't gonna work.
You talking about guys that did curls.
No, come on now.
Kevin Willis played 21
Yeah,
years
you
I
in this
understand
league.
strong,
Just said
big,
three
strong with big
three strong-
shoulders.
Three
Hey,
strong guys.
The first Dwight Howard. I got it.
Jerome Kersey was a key contributor to a
strong guy,
championship
Another
team.
strong guy.
Okay, well, I got a strong bench coming in because I got
Yeah,
some
Jerome
guys.
Kersey
He's
might-
literally just strong on the
Strong.
weights.
Okay.
They couldn't throw a rock in the ocean in today's league.
But with Thibodeau as my coach, I don't really need to lean on him, right?
Thibodeau.
Okay.
That's a
But I know him well enough now to know that that's what he was getting ready to do, try to put a 5 together.
No,
Well,
the 5, that's a strong
okay, you
5
got me
top.
on top heavy, but I'm going top heavy.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
When I look at this class, I say,
No.
my God.
Yeah.
like on top heavy superstardom, where it's hard to compete with it.
Do you know at some point, so that you got the rebound leader all time, you got the passing leader all time, you got the steals leader all time, and then you got the top 5 scorer all time in Jordan.
You're the best ever.
The best ever. That's
cheating.
That's tough at the
And
top. That's tough at the top.
You have 3 out of my starting 5 were defensive players of the
That's
year.
the dream team, man. Stop it.
Okay?
That's all this is a dream team. 84
Let's
Olympics,
talk about
whatever.
the depth of a draft. This 96 draft. has
88
the depth.
Olympics.
That's the class, the depth of the draft.
Yeah, I give you the depth, but even look, I like Steve Nash, but I didn't.